He started with a car that wasn't even his, a borrowed phone, and a dream that most people would laugh at. This is the story of the Uber driver who bought his freedom. A man who turned the wheel of an ordinary car into the engine of financial independence, one ride at a time. If you've ever felt stuck, broke, or tired of working just to survive, this story is your reminder that freedom isn't for the chosen few. It's for those who choose themselves. Let's rewind to 2016. Meet Daniel Okoro, a 32-year-old father of two living in Lagos, Nigeria. Daniel was smart, disciplined, and honest, but trapped. He worked as a sales assistant, earning barely enough to pay rent. Every month, the bills came faster than his salary. And every night, he dreamed of one thing: freedom. One evening, his friend told him about driving for Uber. "You can make your own schedule," his friend said. "You can earn more if you work smart, not just hard." At first, Daniel laughed. "Me? Driving? I studied business." But the truth was, he needed a change, badly. So he swallowed his pride, borrowed a small car, and began driving part-time after work. He thought it would be temporary. He didn't know it was the beginning of a transformation that would completely change his life, and his mindset about money, work, and wealth. The first few weeks were brutal. Traffic jams, angry passengers, long hours. Some days he earned less than he spent on fuel. But Daniel didn't quit. Instead, he decided to treat it like a business. He tracked every expense. He learned about profit margins, cash flow, and return on investment. He even started listening to finance podcasts between rides. Names like Warren Buffett, Robert Kiyosaki, and Mark Tilbury. That's when it hit him. Greater than. The car may belong to someone else, but the vision belongs to me. He began saving a portion of every trip. 10%, then 20%. He refused to touch it, no matter how broke he felt. He called it his freedom fund. And that mindset shift, from driver to investor, changed everything. By the end of that year, Daniel had saved enough to buy his own used car. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't new, but it was his. That sense of ownership gave him confidence. He realized that real wealth wasn't about the car you drove. It was about the assets you own. During his long nights behind the wheel, Daniel studied. He learned about financial literacy, compound interest, and passive income. He discovered that the rich don't just work for money. They make money work for them. So he opened a mutual fund account. Then, an investment app that allowed him to buy small portions of US stocks like Apple and Tesla. While others saw Uber as a hustle, Daniel saw it as a cash flow machine, a way to fund his investments. He was no longer just driving people, he was driving wealth. Then came 2020. Lockdowns, fear, uncertainty. The world slowed down, but Daniel didn't. With fewer rides, he spent more time learning online business and real estate investing. He found YouTube channels teaching how to invest small and grow big. And that's when he discovered rental property investing. He learned that the same way he earned from his car daily, he could earn from property monthly, without being there physically. He started small, a single-room apartment project in the outskirts of Lagos, funded entirely from Uber savings and stock profits. It took him 2 years. But when the first tenant moved in, Daniel cried. Not because of the money, but because, for the first time in his life, he earned income without working a single hour that day. That's the power of passive income. By 2023, Daniel was no longer the Uber guy. He was now Daniel the investor. He still drove sometimes, but not because he needed the money. He said it reminded him of where he started. He diversified his income. Stocks bringing in dividends, real estate earning monthly rent, a small e-commerce store running online, and even a YouTube channel teaching personal finance and side hustle success. His old passengers wouldn't believe it if they saw him now. The same man who once struggled to fill his gas tank now teaching people how to build financial freedom from scratch. So what can we learn from Daniel's journey? Lesson 1. Your side hustle can be your stepping stone to wealth. Don't despise small beginnings. Every big business started with one smart decision. 2. Save before you spend. Treat savings as a bill you owe your future self. 3. Invest in assets, not appearance. Fancy cars depreciate. Smart investments appreciate. 4. Learn while you earn. Daniel didn't waste his driving hours. He turned them into a mobile university on money, business, and investing. 5. Freedom is built, not bought. Financial independence isn't about luck. It's about consistency, patience, and planning. Today, Daniel wakes up without an alarm clock. He spends mornings walking his kids to school, afternoons checking his stock portfolio and managing tenants, and evenings mentoring young hustlers who remind him of himself. When people ask, "How did you make it?" he smiles and says, "One ride at a time. One smart decision at a time." He didn't win a lottery. He didn't have a rich uncle. He simply turned motion into momentum, and momentum into freedom. So if you're listening right now, maybe you're driving, working, or just dreaming, remember this: you don't need millions to start. You just need discipline, vision, and the courage to begin. Because like Daniel, you can also buy your freedom. One app ride, one investment, one smart choice at a time. If this story inspired you, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reminder that freedom is possible.